back to my YouTube channel. In here we discuss everything related to the visual arts, and especially in the aspect of art, fine art, specifically contemporary art, or graphic design, branding, commercial design, that whole world. So this video in specifically talks more related to the graphic design world, and more specifically how graphic design ties into branding and marketing. How you can use knowledge or the skills that you learn for graphic design and how you can apply it into whether you have a business and you want to help establish your brand, or you want to be able to really showcase what your product or services are, then you want to stick around this video if you want to learn how graphic design can tie all of that together. So without further ado, let's figure out how graphic design makes the magic happen in branding and marketing. So I want to start out this video by briefly explaining what branding is, marketing, and graphic design. Branding is the reputation, it's how your clients or your customers see your business, or it doesn't even have to be them, it's just people coming across your ad or people coming across you as a contributing member or the sole contributing member of the business. And also connects to marketing, which is the delivery of your product and your customer. It's what gets from point A to point B. It's how you deliver whatever you are showcasing, whether it's a cologne, whether it is packaging for your client as a designer, or it could be really anything that has to do with business. You need good marketing for that. So design is also kind of like the communication between that. A lot of graphic designers work very closely with brand strategists, but even more so with marketers, because they work in the visual, the design is a sort of marketing aspect, but the visual way that you communicate and you send a message to graphic. That is also the main difference between art and design. Art is more about the emotional aspect, the feeling. When you see a painting, it creates this feeling, this sort of expression from the artist himself. Design work is more of the communication. It's sort of you're communicating an idea, you're communicating something through visual means. So that's why a lot of businesses hire graphic designers, because they want to communicate to the world that they are selling a certain service or product or whatever the case might be. So one of the first steps to really getting a grasp how graphic design can really help in the creation of good branding and marketing is that you have to have a strong foundation of what branding is. So a big misconception is that branding is a logo, or is a certain color that people identify with the company. But branding itself is more than that. As I have previously mentioned, is sort of the reputation and how people perceive the company, and it goes even beyond that. It's really a good brand kind of has a strong foundation of values, and every single team member in a company organization really understand that if a place has good branding, people in this community or whatever the case is, business, really understand that everyone has a fundamental role to making branding possible. It's not really just in the marketing department that does this. It's literally everyone else, from even the janitor in a business, to the CEO. Everyone is a contributing member of this. Whether a company values integrity or tradition, everybody has different values in their business. Some people are more about diversity, or a lot of people really value creativity at the forefront. I know for my brand, it's part of my slogan, Unleashing Creativity. So it's a whole different set of things. It's how we interact with people who are involved with us, with a business, or it's really how others perceive an organization or business. So now that we kind of understand what a brand is, we can see how graphic design kind of really help build upon that, where like graphic designers have the expertise to build a website, or to also make a logo for a client, or to make an ad for someone on social media, or to help establish every single component that a business has through visual means. Graphic design can really help bring that branding to the next level and create good branding through really building upon those values that we discussed that different companies have. If a business really values to be modern instead of more of a traditional look, a specific example that comes to mind is typography. Through typography, a lot of designers use sans serifs for more modern sort of businesses. And for businesses that are more that value tradition more, they might use fonts with serifs. You can also establish messaging that you really want to convey. If your brand really wants to spread a message, very positive one, let's say something for charity, help people who don't have easy access to water. There's organizations around the world who help communities that don't have water, and they want that brand or organization wants to spread that message that like, hey, we gotta help people without resources to water. Graphic designers can help really build upon that brand and can also convey that message through their posters, through their ads, through fundraiser kind of advertisement about it, or to the patrons who are involved with the community, kind of give incentive of like really communicating the idea of the business or non-profit. In addition to that, too, graphic designers, can help build upon the brand with identities. Certain companies use certain colors to trigger emotions that like psychologically we don't even think about, but they intrigue us to be connected more with the business and really understand what they're trying to sell to us or appeal to us. A lot of banks use a lot of blue because it's a color that is comforting. It's a color that kind of like tells people like, hey, you can trust that your money is safe with us, because blue is a soothing color. It's calm. It shows integrity. It shows that trustworthiness. A lot of environmental companies use a lot of green because it's a color that we think about when we see nature. In purple, a lot of companies or brands that do like a spiritual thing. It could even be like gemstones, or they do yoga classes. It's honor peace that you get, so there's a million different things. If you go into color and you want to help your brand, a graphic designer can help do that by establishing visual identity even through colors. So another way that graphic design can help you through branding creating good branding and good marketing is by the use of consistency. If you are a graphic designer or you're looking to hire a graphic designer to help improve your brand or the marketing department in your business, then the designer can help your business by having a good sense that like, hey, I gotta deliver design and in a consistent manner. When we talk about visual identity and what branding is, and now we start tying with marketing, you want to make sure that your audience knows that you are who you're trying to express you are. So let's say that you found that let's say you own a business that sells, I don't know, Valentine's Day cards. What do we associate with Valentine's Day? We associate red, the color of love and that sort of thing. So you have decided that, hey, I'm gonna use this color, certain red that I really like, and it's gonna really express who we are as a company, and I'm gonna have this modern approach. So I'm gonna use this font that is more modern looking, a sans serif font. And yeah, and I now I want to tell the world. So making one post on social media and calling a day for a whole year is not gonna really cut it. People need to see that that's really who you are, and they need to see it on a consistent sort of basis. So graphic design can really help elevate by creating graphics for your brand through across different platforms. And it can be also in the print sense. You can, if you're going out to a network event, you can have t-shirts that kind of identify what you do. If you're make cards for Valentine's Day example, then you can have that certain color of red as in part of your outfit or your hat or whatever the case may be. Having that consistent aspect, people are gonna see how seriously you take your organization, because you can really see how you value other people's time. People have 1,000 things to do throughout their day. People are living 1,000 miles an hour doing things, going to a meeting, or they gotta run an errand or whatever. If you're making it easier for them to remember you, they see that they can connect with you fast, that they can tell without even thinking what your brand is, without even reading it, what you have in a post or whatever advertisement. They can already know who you are. So graphic designers can help elevate that. And yeah, it's a great marketing tool too. It's sort of, the big brands use this a lot. They stick to a couple fonts, they use a couple different colors, and then people know. And if you have a good product or a good service, a foundation of that, which not really related to graphic design necessarily, but alone, but if people will know that the reputation that you have for your services by the blink of an eye, if you have good designer who spreading consistent message of your visual identity, and so on. So good graphic design can also help elevate your brand and marketing by kind of enhancing the marketing materials that you have. If you have a good graphic designer at hand, or you are one with your own brand or whatever the case might be, is that you will be able to deliver quality work to your clients or your customers that, to build upon what I was saying about the visual identity and how we need to establish that so people can really identify our reputation as a brand organization with the blink of an eye, and they can just know who we are. That can even extend to the aspect of like, hey, if I have a logo at hand, or if you're working with a team of marketers or of other graphic designers or creatives, you can create, good graphic designer can create an arsenal of marketing materials that you can put out there. They can create quality work in the sense of, especially in a world today, in this era that we have social media and we have computers, that we have 1,000 ads coming at us all at once. A graphic designer kind of like can make it easier for the consumer to to get what the business is trying to get across, the message and the values. For example, minimalist logos are very popular because they're easier to identify than a very elaborate logo that you can't really tell what it is. So a graphic designer will be able to deliver the right shapes. They really work with the psychology of your target audience and so on. So yeah, that is another way that graphic designers can help the brand or marketing of your business. So those are all my key points of how graphic design can help your business. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave in the comments down below if there are other ways that you see how graphic designers can be a very valuable contributing member of your organization, business, or personal projects. So yeah, leave a comment down below, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.